First of all, I want to thank you for keeping WRDA on schedule. As you know, this legislation has had a volatile past in that we've skipped several years, had gaps of 7 years or more in getting this legislation enacted. Yet the mission of this legislation is so critical to the United States and, of course, to my home state of Louisiana, which is the largest, the bottom of the largest watershed in the world, the area that has had the greatest loss of coastal wetlands in the continental United States, and represents, at least right now, about 1/3 of all the Corps of Engineer projects that are authorized nationally, although this legislation is getting ready to upend that with the Texas project. In any case, Mr. Chairman, we often talk about things like the economic activity, things like jobs. We talk about families. We talk about crime. We talk about education. I mean, just all of these things are important to us. But one thing that this bill does is this bill really addresses fundamental needs. None of those things matter if everything's underwater. Your entire community is paralyzed or in some cases destroyed, which unfortunately, the area that we represent, 2016, many of you came down and saw the event that was a 1,000-year flood. Hurricane Ida last year, which ultimately is going to be found to be one of the most powerful hurricanes to ever make landfall. My friends in Texas with Hurricane Harvey. We had Irma and Maria in recent years. We've seen devastation all over the United States. And this legislation gives us an opportunity to actually go on offense. This legislation gives us an opportunity to actually go out there and take the proactive actions, the proactive steps that we need to make our communities resilient. Our constituents deserve that. We didn't get everything that we wanted in this legislation, although we're going to keep trying. But I want to thank you for keeping this bill on schedule, ensuring under your tenure that we stay on the 2-year track, because this is such important legislation that addresses the fundamental needs of our constituents. I just want to thank you and Ranking Member Sam Graves for y'all's efforts to work together. I appreciate y'all keeping a Big Four agreement on this and ensuring that there's bipartisan support for the legislation. Got a lot more to discuss on individual projects, and I look forward to doing that during amendment time. But again, I just wanted to thank you all for y'all's efforts so far in addressing some of these fundamental needs for our constituents. Yield back.